Out from the top. All right. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Age Gap Podcast. We are the Latchkey Kids, where
the more things change,
the more they stay the same, baby. Yeah.
All right.
We have a tremendous show for you today. As you can see, the man in the middle, Taka, a director, producer, cameraman, writer, all-around good guy.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah. And Lou, what is the topic of the show today?
Horror flicks, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about summer camp. I'm talking about machetes. I'm talking about titties. I'm talking about you guys shouldn't be doing that. Don't go down to that house. We're talking about horror flicks tonight,
I'll be right
baby.
back.
Yeah, famous last words.
Let's split up.
So let's split up. Famous last words. Yeah, I like that.
So with us today is Taka. Taka, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, how are you guys doing? My name is Taka Tsubota. I am a director, writer, editor, camera guy, all that. But mostly
a little this, a little that, huh?
Yep.
Little of
There
that.
you go.
He's a Hollywood quadruple threat, so we say. But I don't know. Hollywood wannabe.
Yeah.
Hey.
We're on our way. We're on our way. Yeah.
We literally just met him in the street. Like we were, setting up. And,
Like, hey, dude, you want to do a podcast? No, I'm just kidding.
by any chance, are you involved in entertainment? Yes, actually. Here's my headshot and resume. Yeah, I don't think it's like that anymore. It used to be like that.
What do you mean?
Like you go to a restaurant, you order a cheeseburger, and they're like, "Hey, by any chance, do you know anyone in the industry?" Like the way the server.
Oh, but that was always scrub behavior.
Yeah.
That was like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you're gonna get fired. You know what I mean?
Burbank was notorious for that.
Oh, everybody's an actor or something. Yeah.
I don't really see it too much out here anymore. Do you? Do you
I
experience?
mean, I've once, I was like, talking to, I was at Starbucks with this, older gentleman, and like we were talking, and he sees this super attractive guy. He just approaches him and be like, "Hey, like, are you like interested in acting at all?"
Oh, I haven't seen one of those in a while either.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Like, this feels like Hollywood. Like, finally, right? It's like I never see this, but like this is what I've like seen on TV before. Like, maybe this is like how.
Hey, you're
things used to
attractive.
be,
You ever
but-
thought about being a movie star?
Yeah. Like everyone's like naturally flattered. Like, oh, maybe, yeah. Like, I mean, I live in Hollywood. Might as well, give it a shot. So.
But when
Yeah,
I
that.
first moved out here, obviously I had delusions of grandeur as well, or not so much. I was more realistic because I was New York based and Tokyo based. But
You've
was.
seen all the BS. It's like
You could
like,
smell it.
Yeah.
From like a mile away. You're like, don't do it, dear. Don't go with him.
You're gonna end up naked on a couch somewhere. Stop. No.
It's so true. It's so true. So I have a cough, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah.
You need water or?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
fine.
good, bro?
Yeah. I just popped a mint. But yeah, tell us about Okay, let's take it from the top, Lou, and I'm gonna throw it to you. I'm gonna throw it to Lou, then throw it to Taka, then I'll take it. Your first scary movie.
Ooh. Me first?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember the day like it was yesterday, bro. That's why I said summer camp, blades and titties, bro.
Oh,
Freddy versus Jason.
There might be some spoilers in here too,
Yeah.
because I
If you haven't seen the movies, go watch them.
summer camp got my
Yeah. Got the gears turning, huh?
yeah.
Yeah. Freddy versus Jason. That was my first horror flick.
That was like 2002, 2003, I want to say.
Yeah, I walked out of it. I was
No!
I was a kid, bro. I was single digit age. Bro.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Definitely got a lot of that on the way home, bro. From my brothers.
Man.
But nah, you know what was the tap out moment for me? It was because I slept on one of those beds, the ones that
They killed the person.
fold up,
Oh,
and the
right.
dude was laying in it, like on his stomach, and he just got folded in half. And I was like, that's it. That's too real for me, bro. Like, the titties were nice, but I'm going to get on out of here, bro. Like, that's it, bro. That hit too close to home. I was like, fuck that, dude.
I thought it was a comedy, that movie. I thought it was funny.
I was 8 years old, you fuck.
I was 38.
Cartoon physics were still real to me. You know what I mean? Like, when you get hit by an anvil, you get squished and shit, bro.
The ceiling fan could come down any moment.
Chop my head off,
Yeah.
bro. Chop my head off. How about you, man? What was your first scary movie?
Yeah, I actually grew up in Japan, so I think the first horror movie that I saw was Ring. The
Oh,
Ring,
that's a good one.
Sumara.
the original
Sumara.
Ring from Japan. I think that's the first one that I can remember of that was just I consciously like you've seen like things on TV like for like a couple of minutes and be like, oh, like this is a horror movie, but like the first movie that I actually like went in to see was, I think, Ring.
You
Ooh, okay.
saw Ring in the theater?
It was no. I think we had a DVD
Oh,
at
okay.
home, but
The
But,
You
irony.
suck it, like you were seeking it out. You were like,
it's
yo,
like, yeah,
let
like
me
I
find
want to watch
something
something
scary.
like, like if there's one movie that I want to watch that is scary, it's gonna be that one. I remember like
Damn.
constantly thinking that and like just being terrified. Yeah.
How
Does
about
any-
you, Kevin?
I just want to touch on this. Does anyone get the irony of him watching Ring on DVD and being
Oh,
scared?
damn.
Like,
That's hilarious.
you're not gonna die, kid.
It's not a VHS tape, bro.
Yeah.
They took out the "You Die in 7 Days" part for the
Yeah,
DVD
yeah.
release. They took it out. They went against it.
Man, for me, oh shit! I wish you could do the sound effect. Halloween. What's the sound effect for Halloween? Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! It came on network TV right around Halloween, and I was
Mhm.
allowed to stay up and watch it.
Damn.
I was so scared,
Mhm.
so scared. Mike Myers.
Michael Myers. Mike Myers is the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, Michael Myers. But it's something about the silent villain that scares you more.
And he just walks. He's always
Yeah,
just so
and you
calm.
just can't kill it. And
Sure.
it was like a psych game. And was that John Carpenter?
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
John.
He makes
Yeah.
fun movies.
And it was
Yeah.
filmed here in Pasadena.
Really?
Yeah, the house is in Pasadena. I drove by like just to get
Just
my
got some trauma.
just to get like, damn you, you know.
That's
like,
funny.
You, yeah, I remember.
Wanted some sort of resolution.
Yeah, you
It's
just
like,
come
yeah.
closure.
Yeah, closure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
yeah.
And but I
It's like
remember.
the movie's not real.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
house
yeah.
exists in real life.
I beat you.
You see the Tony Montana house is going on sale? It's in
Mm,
California.
really?
Yeah, it's like
Oh, shit.
400 million though,
It's not Miami.
or 40 million. No, it's in California.
See, they fooled you.
Yep, Hollywood magic right there, buddy.
But yeah, I remember I was allowed to stay up and watch it. I don't know why. Like what? My mom probably just went to bed. I don't know.
My dad was real loose. My stepdad was real loose with the movies too. He let us watch a lot of rated R stuff before
Yeah.
before my mom did.
And I was
Right,
just
sure.
screaming, and I had siblings too, and they would mess with you. Like, oh, I think I saw Michael Myers out the window.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Right.
I think I put a Swiss Army knife under my pillow just in case.
I know. Okay, so that's Freddy versus Jason. I walked out of the first movie, and Kevin, you're gonna
What?
you're gonna laugh as soon as I say it, bro.
What?
The first scary movie that I ever made it all the way through
Yeah.
was Jeepers Creepers.
Oh man.
Jeepers Creepers, bro. Mexicans love Jeepers Creepers.
Why?
Oh.
Why?
I think it's the name of it. Just sounds funny. Like I don't know what it is, bro, but fucking Jeepers Creepers.
That's
Yeah.
a scarecrow one.
Yeah. So me and my cousins, we like, in order to not be scared, we heckled like the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
right,
Fake
right,
tough
right.
to like.
Yeah.
yeah,
We're like
yeah,
making
yeah.
fun of the movie.
Stupid.
No, we were more like, wouldn't it be funny? And then he just gets hit by a bus or something, or like
Yeah.
whatever. And then, just like kind of just throwing one-liners out and like heckling the movie. So it was like you take the power away.
Right,
Yeah, right.
You
From
would
the
have never watched it alone.
Yeah,
At
no,
the
hell
time,
no,
right? Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
In my
Yeah.
generation, the movie that happened a lot on, and you probably all have seen it or you know of it at least, was Blair Witch.
Oh, that's what I was gonna
Right.
say. Found footage movies. Remember those when those
Scared
got
me.
crazy?
Those are.
I went
Mhm.
with like grew like 5 guys. 3 of them were like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen, blah, blah, blah. I was terrified. I was like, oh my God. It was so well done. It was so good.
Those guys were probably terrified too.
Yeah, that's
The
where,
guy
like,
when they were
yeah,
filming it.
yeah.
Oh no,
All
your
the guys that
buddies,
would-
your buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, anyone who's scared is a pussy. I'm not a pussy. I'm not scared. But yeah, Blair Witch, that was the hottest thing. I think that was like 99, I want to say.
Right.
And like Lou said, found footage. What was the original found footage film?
The original?
Come on, the one that made headlines.
Also, dude, swallow that mint, bro. yeah. You sound like you got braces, homie.
Yeah.
But original found footage? I don't know, but I know. Did you ever watch Cloverfield? That was a good one.
Yeah.
But
Well,
no,
that definitely came out after.
Yeah,
Blair Witch,
but
so-
I never seen. I don't know
Yeah,
the
I don't
first
know.
found footage.
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I never. To
That's-
be honest, bro,
That's not a found.
I
It
never
was
seen it.
based
was-
on a fictional found film. That's how it started. It was like in 1970, whatever. We found
Is
this.
it
book.
really?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, because it was based on a true
True
story.
story,
Oh
yeah.
damn. Okay, I wouldn't say it's the first found footage,
The
but it is
original.
the first.
The original.
It is the first based on a true story. I think
Yes.
horror film.
And that's how it started. The title screen is like in 1970s. We found this, and then
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
and people believed it. People
Yeah.
bought the sell.
It's because people were dumber back then. That's why.
Eh, I don't give too much credit to today's generation either.
I
But-
mean, it's like that movie is way. It's filmed way too well to just
Oh no
look
no.
real,
It-
right?
The film you've never seen the original?
I've seen it, yeah, but it's been a while.
But in the beginning they preface it as we found this image, this is
so what comes after is supposedly
then they
a
shoot
found
the
footage,
movie.
right?
Then they like
they reenacted?
reenact it.
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay.
That makes more
Okay.
sense.
That was a badass
makes
villain
sense,
too.
yeah.
We can talk about villains.
Yeah, for sure.
Leatherface.
Leatherface
I love
was
that
good.
guy.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Hey, I have a
badass.
question actually. I was thinking about this the other day. So we got like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we got Freddy Krueger, we got Jason.
Right.
They're like the star of the film,
They're Mount Rushmore.
but they're not the protagonists, right?
No.
Like,
At least not in the first ones, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this. So those were like the first, I feel, kind of movies that came out like after the original monsters, like Frankenstein and all that shit.
Mm.
Everything kind of died for a little bit, and then they were the resurgence of the star is not the protagonist
Yes.
of the movie.
I agree with you.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? So he's on the fucking poster. He's the guy that everyone wants to go see, but really it's about fucking Jamie Lee Curtis or whatever. You know what I mean?
Jamie Lee Curtis was the protagonist in Halloween.
Halloween.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike
Mi-
Myers
he
got
was
the
the star,
He was
for
the
sure.
star.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
star, dude.
It's funny you mentioned that. Of all the villains you just mentioned, Jason is the only one that you can actually be sympathetic for.
Yeah, didn't they drown him or some
He
shit?
drowned while they were having sex, and then
Damn.
like they neglected their duties. And then actually, on Friday the 13th, it was the mother was the killer. Oh my god! Oh my god! You guys didn't know that?
Dude,
To be
I
honest,
never saw the
I've never
first
seen-
Friday
yeah.
the 13th.
We're not from your generation.
Oh
right?
man!
Right.
I
What's the
told
title?
you
What's
I
the title of this
fucking-
podcast?
Yeah, the age gap.
Right?
yeah, for real. No, but I told you I ran out of fucking Freddy versus Jason. You think I'm gonna go back and be like, let's watch?
You guys never saw Nosferatu? Like,
I didn't run out because I didn't know the story. I was fucking scared, dude.
It's like I didn't do the homework, right?
Yeah,
like, that's why,
fuck,
that's
I gotta
why it
watch
was
part
scary,
one,
right?
bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch part one. There's gonna be a test.
Yeah.
It's like Endgame,
Yeah.
fucking Avengers, but with Freddy versus Jason, bro.
Right.
No, and that's actually a topic we go when the horror series just becomes pure comedy.
Comedy?
Yeah, like Leprechaun.
Mhm.
Hilarious.
Dude, this isn't a horror film, but I took some mushrooms with some friends. Let's just throw that out there. Let's get the elephant out of the room. I took some mushrooms with some friends, and we were watching James Bond. Pierce Brosnan, James Bond.
Okay, GoldenEye.
Yeah, no, Die Another Day.
He's just
Yeah.
sitting there with the N64 controller thinking.
Hit- Yeah, dude. It's a fucking comedy, bro. Within
Right.
30 seconds, when you figure out what his thing is, like he's just a douchebag.
Yeah.
And you're just like, everything he does is hilarious, bro. He's like getting away from the villain, and the villains are always into some weird fucking millionaire sport.
Yeah,
This
like
dude's like-
polo or something.
Yeah, and he's like, not only does he get away, but he also breaks the dude's record. Like, as he's fucking getting out of here, the dude's like, he just broke your record. It's like, bro, this guy's a fucking douchebag,
Yeah.
bro.
the series has to end at some point.
Yeah,
or
I
else
hope
it just
so,
becomes
bro.
hopelessly comedic. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
No, there was a scene. It cracked me up, man. He was just like negging Halle Berry. He's just talking shit to her, and then just smash cut. They're fucking like out of nowhere. I'm like, what
Can
the
you-
hell?
Can you imagine being the writers like, this is crap, this is crap. All right, sex. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it. We'll throw a
Yeah.
sex scene in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Introduce the female lead.
Yeah. Everything else is crap. All right, hot chick, sex, good. All
Then
right,
he bangs this one chick, knowing that she's like on the other side. She's a honeypot, and then kills her. I'm like, this guy's a fucking tool bag. You could have just killed her for like, you didn't have to fuck her first, bro.
James Bond. That series is I'm done. It's over.
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's it.
But what's your favorite series? Horror series.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, you have to think about it, but like, dude, like, it's so hard to like make a horror series that lasts long and good.
It doesn't have to
right?
be good. You just have to like it. Like I did a little research. I have one, but I want to hear yours.
Like, okay, I really like the Alien series.
Okay.
Ooh,
Right?
Okay.
Like
yeah,
Alien,
yeah.
the
Sci-fi
first
horror.
Alien movie is my favorite horror movie.
Sick.
But like, it just became
Ripley.
this thing that is just like,
It's too much
terrible,
now, huh?
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Alien versus
So-
Predator.
So do I like the series? I like the characters and like I like how it feels, but like, yeah.
Did you ever
Shit,
watch
it's hard to tell.
Prometheus?
Prometheus, you know what? I actually really liked.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
good
That's
one.
one of the sequels that I actually do like.
You want to know what's
But-
funny? I'm so stupid that I didn't realize that it was an alien movie until the fucking
Dude, I didn't.
actual alien came out.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Prometheus. Oh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was like it just looked like some random sci-fi horror, and then at the end, the very last like 30 seconds of the movie,
Like a post credits.
yeah,
Something,
this
right? Like,
this like thing just mutates into what is now the alien from
yeah.
the original Alien movie. Spoiler
that's-
alert! My bad.
Oh.
Don't watch this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
You've never seen it?
No, I know. I saw Aliens,
Okay.
but yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
me giving you that big plot, that reveal, still does not change the movie.
Doesn't
It's
change.
such a good fucking movie. dude.
I'll check it
For
out.
sure. Yeah.
I might have saw it, but
They
I
just
was-
threw that in
yeah.
there. I feel like it was like making
Yeah.
Let's talk about some '80s stuff.
Okay.
Some
All right.
generational stuff. Have you guys ever seen Puppet Master?
No.
No.
I had a whole thing about
Fool, we didn't go to the
Nope.
fucking Blockbuster back then, dog.
I wasn't around.
I had
in the
10
80s.
minutes about Puppet Master.
That
Gone.
was hilarious.
Wait, oh man.
I could rent one movie for all me and all my brothers back in the day. They ain't watching no Puppet Master. That's something I would pick out and they would make fun of me for.
All right, homework assignment, Puppet Master.
All right, I'll watch that.
Sounds like a Metallica song.
Oh yeah, well that's Master of Puppet. Puppet Master is so bad you love it.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually kind of what I want to talk about. My next question: cult classics.
Chucky.
Well, yeah, actually,
My grandpa loved Chucky, bro. I don't think he like understood what was happening, but like he loved fucking the little shit talking doll, bro. He loved
Yeah.
it, dude.
Yeah.
Chucky is classic, and you just brought it up. He has great one-liners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you very much. Those movies. I remember when the first one came out, it took itself kind of serious.
Yeah.
And then by like the third, fourth,
He's got a girlfriend.
He's a
Yeah.
parody of himself. Yeah, yeah.
And there was one, Seed of Chucky.
Seed of Chucky,
Chucky,
yeah.
Yeah.
And the kid's from Japan, and he gives the woman gives. This is insane. She gives birth to a puppet. Yeah,
No shit.
And
Yeah.
the kid goes. His first words. He goes, "Konnichiwa," and Chucky goes,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?" And he like turns him over and it says,
It's like made in Japan.
"It says made in Japan."
That is fucking hilarious, dude. That
I
is so
hit
Who the
funny.
fuck comes up with that shit, right? It's like,
I hit the ground laughing.
it's like the logic is like, what?
Oh,
And the
man.
kid goes, "Konnichiwa," and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he rubs him "Made in Japan" on his back.
Dude.
Yeah.
I have a
Brilliant.
I feel like I have a coping mechanism with scary movies, or it's like kind of like I did with Jeepers Creepers, where like I gotta really detach myself from the characters, and then I can enjoy the fuck out of the movie. Like I don't
Yeah.
care what happens to anyone,
Yeah.
because they're just like
Wow,
made
you
up
take it
characters.
deep, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean,
I understand when you're 8 years old, that can be traumatizing. You
Like-
shouldn't have been in the movie in the first place. It's
yeah,
rated
no,
R.
facts. No, but what do you call it? There's a movie Midsummer. You ever see that?
Yeah.
yeah.
And they, I knew what At the Stoop was before the movie, and so like, I was excited. Like I started laughing because I was excited because the people I was with, like they didn't know what that meant. And At the Stoop is
Oh.
basically jumping off a cliff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for like a
They
whole,
they didn't know it was a horror movie.
they knew it was a horror movie, but they didn't
Okay.
know like what that meant.
happened,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what was gonna happen next, and I knew, and I was
Yeah.
just like looking at them like, oh my god, I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've caught myself a few times like laughing while other people are just like, what the fuck, like what's going on? I'm like, oh yeah, no, bro, they're fake. Like fucking, come on, it's all right, dude. You can laugh.
It's just a movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
You know, it's funny. Like throughout our three good-looking males here, we all had a girlfriend at some point. What was the take your date to a movie? Like you got to get her to be like you know.
Yeah. It was one of the
Slasher,
I
Psycho.
think it was Paranormal Activity 3.
Nice.
There was
Yeah.
one where they're like FaceTiming,
Okay.
and like half of the movie is through FaceTime, and like just crazy shit is happening in the background.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a pretty good one, but I was such a film nerd by that point that
Mhm.
like I caught myself being a fucking nerd, bro. Like there was like a kid, he was riding a tricycle, like that big wheel like from The Shining.
Yeah. Danny.
Yeah, and like this girl don't
Dick.
give a fuck. She's from Wisconsin, like she don't give a shit about no fucking Shining, right? And I'm just like punching her in the shoulder, like, dude, they're paying homage to The Shining. Like, listen.
Yeah. She's like, let me enjoy this.
Yeah, she's like, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, oh, this probably ain't gonna work out, bro. I'm too nerdy for this girl, dog.
I do that shit. We'll be in the middle of a movie and I'll pause it. I'll be like, you see the relevance of what's going on here? And it's like, Stop
Who the fuck
it.
cares?
Doing your own
Yeah.
commentary.
Yeah.
yeah. This is
Yeah.
actually, like you said, a homage to the Shine. Like, yes, this actually goes back to, Frisk Lang's 1931 movie, you know. It's like, oh, yeah, you just ruined everything.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate this?
Yeah, I'm not scared anymore. Thank you.
What about you, Taka? What gets your girl in a
You
frenzy?
know, like, I mean, my wife, is just hates horror movies, in general. I mean, she doesn't watch movies on her own, but like, she just hates horror movies, and I just love like seeing her reactions and like what like normies will react to, like, because
Yeah.
I'm also a film nerd. Like, I will like want to like have like do those like commentaries and stuff, and like I know that like she's not like that, so I just wanted like I like seeing someone like her watch it and like just hear her like like fresh take, like like
Yeah.
it's like out of context, right? Like for us it's like all the movies are connected, these are references and all that, but like for people that don't have that, it's like, how's it like,
Right.
like watching like Midsommar, right?
Yeah, I feel
So
that.
like like I like taking her to like theaters and like just like I just giving a bare minimum of information, like it's a horror movie, it's a little bit scary, but it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Just like hear her reaction afterwards. Like, I
It's
love
like,
that.
don't worry, they're fake, bro.
Yeah,
It's all
yes,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel the
See
same
if it
way.
gives her nightmares. It's like, oh, like
Yeah,
fun
then, hey, that was a
experiment,
good one. That was a
Yeah,
good movie.
yeah.
That made her scared.
yeah.
No, I get the same thing with stand up comedy. Like as a stand up comedian, people know that, and so they'll send you clips of other stand up comedians, which you could take it a certain way and be like, "What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
why do I want this?" But I see it as like, oh, they're showing me what they like. Like, oh,
Right.
this person is hitting. They keep sending me clips from this guy.
Mhm.
Let's see what he's up to, bro. Like, he seems to be on the radar. Or if like 3 people will send me the same person, I'm like, oh, this guy's on the come up. And
Right.
then a few weeks later, you'll see like, so and so just got their Netflix deal, and you're like, I saw it bubbling, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
got the.
Do you ever find that insulting? Like it's like they're like kind of sending a message like, can
Not-
you be like this guy?
No,
Or,
not
like,
really.
no?
I think it's
Okay.
just like, say like me and you,
yeah.
we like play basketball together.
right.
If I see a basketball meme, I'm gonna be like, oh, let me send this to the basketball homie.
Right. Yeah.
If I know you skate and
Yeah.
I see someone do something crazy on a skateboard,
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, oh, let me send this to my friend who
Okay.
skates.
So you never be like, why the fuck are you sending me this thing? Like that?
Nah.
Okay.
Sometimes if it's not funny, I'll be like, damn, this is what you like. I get a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, you find this funny, bro?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was having this conversation yesterday with somebody. Comedy, like horror, is very subjective. So
Word.
what makes you laugh might not make someone else laugh.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was a good question. If someone sends you, do you take it offensive? The thing I find offensive is, I got a joke for you. You can use this on.
that's
it's
funny,
like,
yeah.
like, you know,
It's
or-
usually someone that's not a stand-up or not funny.
Not funny,
Not
not a
funny,
stand-
Yeah.
or they say, you know, you just meet someone for the first time or something. And you're like, yeah, I do comedy, and they're like, tell me a joke,
Oh,
and it's like, I'm not.
Does that ever happen to you?
Yes,
Oh
that's
my
why I
God.
never
yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
I never say it. Like when Lou and I are sitting at the bar,
Yeah.
we'll talk out loud. We'll make each other laugh, make the bartender laugh, and then
Right.
patrons will be like, "Hey, you guys are kind of funny," and then we'll be like, "Funny, you should say that. Here's our card." You know, like that happens. But we never intro like, "Hey, my name's Kevin. I'm a comedian. Nice to meet you."
You
Never.
want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. What do you call it? But yeah, it's not like someone's never gonna come up to you and be like, "Oh, you make movies? Make
Yeah.
me a movie, bro."
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
I have a
Yeah.
script
fuck?
for you. I have the best script for you.
Oh, yeah.
You can direct it. You know, we'll split it 50-50.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's usually
yeah.
smoke blowers. You know, people habitual ass smoke blowers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They blow
yeah,
smoke
yeah.
up your ass.
It's funny. We started this episode talking just exactly about that. How Hollywood used to be. It was so much more.
Yeah.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
people just do it for clout. They just do it
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
like it's just to keep the delusion going.
Oh,
Yo, I got all these
Just to
projects,
go.
man. You should fucking check them out. And they're like
Yeah.
halfway done.
Yeah.
I just need this third act, and it's fucking ready for Hollywood, bro.
I just need a cast, a setting,
Yeah.
location,
Some funding.
equipment. Yeah, you know, we'd be
Just
all
make
right.
a quick trailer of what it could be.
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually completed.
That's-
Like,
yeah.
right?
That's Hollywood, baby. Welcome to the
Yeah.
league.
Yeah.
Back to the topic of horror and scare and fright and everything.
Yeah.
Throughout history, humankind has loved to be scared.
Hmm
Mhm.
Do you agree?
Yeah. Yeah, we like it.
I mean, Adam and Eve is a scary ass story when you think about it. You know, and,
I think it's like trauma bonding, bro.
mm,
Like people in the army, you know, they're like friends for life because it's just like, remember when those fucking bullets were whizzing by? Like that's some shit.
Yeah.
I like that word, trauma bonding.
I think I'm using it wrong, but for this statement,
I like
it kind of works.
I like
But
it.
you're kind of
You think
yeah.
Adam and Eve were kind
No,
of like
no,
that? It's
no,
like,
not Adam
like
and Eve.
we've just experienced a terrible thing. Like, let's
But I mean, just
take
like-
this to our
Like humans in general, I think we like to be scared
Together.
as a group.
yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
survive it as a group. And
That's
you're
funny
like,
you
"Damn."
say that. That actually brings me up to because I was going to go into culture, but the sleepover. What's the
Ah.
first thing kids do at the sleepover?
Let's watch a scary movie.
Yeah.
Or tell scary
Scary
stories.
stories. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Camping, scary stories by the fire. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been camping.
Okay, on that same vein, I actually do have a question. I was gonna save it, but I feel like it's perfect for now. What is your first scary movie that you saw that you were like, "Oh, I think I like scary movies. I like horror films."
Good question.
You're like, "I think I can get into this."
Yeah. Was it blood, gore, psych, or Oh, I got one that was really scary, really psychology. The Vanishing.
The Vanishing. That sounds
Right,
familiar.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a guy and his wife. They're on a trip. Car breaks down. Husband goes off to get help. Comes back. Wife's gone. Spends his whole life searching for his wife. And then finally, like 30 years later, this guy goes, "Do you want to know what happened to your wife?" And he's like, "Yeah." You know,
No.
Yeah.
And he gives him a drink.
She skipped down. She's banging some guy. She met somebody else.
Worse. So he like drinks this drink, passes out, gets knocked out, wakes up in a coffin,
Next to his
buried
wife.
alive. Buried alive.
Damn. Oh, twist. Wow.
I hate buried alive. I'm very claustrophobic. So have you ever seen The Descent,
Mm-mm.
where they go in the caves?
I've seen. I think maybe the thumbnail. I'm flipping through Netflix.
Terrible.
It's so hard to pick a movie when you're thumbing through Netflix. There's just
I know.
like too much.
Yeah. But yeah, The Vanishing. That was
Yeah. Damn,
really-
that's a good one.
But I
bro.
was like, wow, I never expected it. You know, it was like, so then that's when I started writing and stuff like that.
I feel that. How about
I
yourself?
think mine is more recent. Like I've always liked horror as a genre. I've appreciated, but I think Get Out was
Oh,
the
okay.
movie that was
Really?
like, wait, I actually do really, really like horror.
Yeah,
And
what,
that
what about
I
it?
really like where it's headed. So I think like, I mean, grow up in the 90s and 2000s. Like a lot of, I was like kind of like you're growing up in this era where 80s movies and like 80s characters, like we mentioned earlier, Chucky, Michael Myers, they're
Yeah.
kind of becoming like parodies of themselves. So it's like
Ah.
it was like this like weird specific like time period where like horror was just supposed to be campy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
movies
yeah.
are coming out were remakes of older like better movies.
You know
and they were
the
just
that the
campies.
girl's gonna kill the guy at
Right,
the end
they
and
do all
and
this
that
stupid
stuff,
shit.
yeah.
Like Chucky has like his own kids, and it's like you're not supposed to like like take them seriously, right?
Right.
And I think that's also the era when there's a ton of good horror comedies,
Yes.
like
horror
Shaun
comedy
of the
became
Dead,
such a big thing,
right?
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah.
Zombieland, like those are like
Zombieland was great.
movies are actually like to me, it's like like horror is good when it's comedy, right? There's just like long period of time that was when it was like that, and I think
And those were the
Get-
only good ones, huh?
only good ones. I think, yeah, growing up, at least from the ones that
For a
basically
while,
the
yeah.
ones that I saw. And I think Get Out was the one that was taking itself seriously, but I think it earned it.
No, I wasn't so. What was the other one? I wasn't a big Get Out fan, to be honest. I think I saw it on an airplane or something like that. But I see what you're saying. It went serious.
It
didn't-
went serious, and like we all bought it.
Yeah.
I think, and I think before that, I mean, it's not the movie that changed everything,
Mm.
but I think before that, it's like the more
It kind of
it
planted the
takes
seed.
it seriously, like the less like the audience is like it's campy, right?
Mhm.
The more they're serious, it's fun to watch. It's because it's so bad. But I think
Mhm.
that's the one movie that was like, oh, it's like actually has a very good like social message too as well.
But and to Get Out's credit, and I agree with everything you just said, but they hit almost every mark. They have the scary part, but they also have the comedic relief.
Yeah,
That,
Lil
like,
Rel.
The
Yeah.
TSA,
TSA
guy.
guy,
yeah.
Which, by the way, TSA does not have vehicles, but it's pretty funny. Don't mess with TSA.
Yeah, that was good, bro. That was
Yeah.
good.
Well written, well written.
You know what was a big flop? Oh man, Nope.
Yeah.
It wasn't okay. It wasn't a flop. The last 45 seconds or 45 minutes or like maybe 30 minutes really reminded me that we were watching a Universal movie.
Yeah. Was that the alien one?
And yeah, when it was
That's
just
the
the
UFO.
yeah, when
He
it was
lives
just
like
the
flying
cloud.
object.
He like
Yeah,
trains horses and
Yeah, it was so good up until the last 30
Nope.
minutes.
As in Nope. Don't watch it.
It was like I said, bro. It was good up until they revealed the monster. They
Yes.
broke a rule. He took a chance and broke a rule, and I think it didn't pay
He
off
took
on
the
that
chance
one.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with
It
you.
became not scary.
Yeah, it
From
became
that
like
point,
an
it became
action flick.
movie,
Yep,
which I actually liked.
yeah, you
that
can't.
part,
Yeah,
but like it wasn't horror.
An
right?
action horror.
Right. I mean, I did appreciate it, but like it
Yeah.
became an action movie.
Yeah.
So you can't really judge it based on like how good of a horror movie it is.
yeah.
right?
Okay, I think a flop is hard. Was a bold statement, but it definitely like the end of it. I was just like, man, we're watching Universal Backlot right now.
I thought Us was good.
Us was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
It
was a
really
good one.
lead into the comedy aspect of it, right? Like,
No,
No,
Us
that
was
Us
the
was like hardcore kind
no,
of.
it was. I think the first 45 minutes ish was pretty comedic.
Oh
like,
yeah,
remember
yeah.
like when you
You're
first
right.
see the
right.
when you first see the the family, the doppelganger like families like outside the
Mm.
house. There's that conversation between the father and like these guys, like it's like, yo, get off of my lawn, whatever,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
blah, blah, and it's like comedic, and like I saw it in theaters and like people are laughing, and then like all of a sudden these guys like start like charging towards
yeah
like
switch.
that's when like you can hear the audience, they're like laughing, and then they just gasp like,
yeah.
wait, like it's
Yeah.
actually happening, right?
Uh-huh.
So I think it was a good mix of at least at the beginning,
I agree,
horror
I
and,
agree.
and comedy.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good movie.
Guys, I want to talk about this too because Lou, you're of Latin descent, Asian American, Irish American. Lou, we'll start with you. In your culture, what is the most famous horror story, legend,
Oh man,
lore?
we've already talked about it, bro. Ay, mis hijos. The La Llorona, bro.
Yeah.
And my grandma used to tell us the story before bed, and then she would start crying and be like, mis hijos. And we would all run out of the bed, bro. It was, yeah.
Brief the audience again. I know we talked about it.
So, La Llorona, also known in American folklore as the Lady of the Lake, she is a woman. Basically, the story, I'm realizing now as an adult that it's about postpartum depression. But basically, this woman, she has kids. She drowns them in the river, and then she realizes what she did, and then she starts crying. And now she's like, I think maybe she kills herself or something, becomes a ghost or whatever, and now she haunts the river and cries out for her children.
And it's also an awesome attraction at Universal Studios. During Halloween. Universal, shut us out. We just plugged you.
Yeah, facts. Even though we just shit on one of your movies for like a little bit, but then we bigged you up. You know what I mean? Then we bigged you up.
We did, yeah. But yeah, La Llorona. What is that? The woman? What is
this? Is the crier?
The
crying woman. Oh, the crying woman, I guess.
I haven't known. But yeah, okay, now I know.
Yep.
Nice. Taka, what about a Japanese?
Yeah, like I mean,
culture?
like I grew up in Japan, so like I'm definitely biased. Like you mentioned, like Asian American culture. I'm a little bit biased because I grew up in Japan. But is Godzilla a horror character? Is he?
No, we were talking about like myth.
I don't
and
know,
lore,
dude.
like a yokai or is it something?
I mean, there are definitely
Slit mouth
scary,
woman.
Sure, but like they aren't like really like famous movies or something that is like well known that is like based on like those yokai characters, right? I think it has to be more modern, like Ringu, right? Sadako, woman that comes out of the TV.
Yeah, she scared the shit out of me.
She's scary, but she's more modern. It isn't really based on like any like in particular like specific characters from the past. Yeah, I think it's either that or Godzilla.
Godzilla is scary, bro.
It is scary, and I think the first movie is meant to be like a horror movie. Right?
Yeah,
it's like horror disaster.
It's part of that original monster. I would say original monster wave, Frankenstein.
Right. Yeah,
werewolf.
You can count it as like one of those.
I would throw that in there. Yeah.
But actually, going back,
also has a dope ass fucking remix. Pharaoh Monch, get the fuck up. Simon Says, get.
Godzilla is a great example of what we were talking about earlier, of a villain that becomes a hero that goes back to villain. Like you never know. Like there's Godzilla movies where he's protected.
Oh yeah, he's the good guy. Yeah. The 90s Godzilla.
Yeah.
Most of the Godzilla movies are like him, like the good guy, like protecting like humanity from the other.
He's fighting Mecha Godzilla. He's fighting Rodan. He's fighting,
He's not even a hero. He just likes to get down, dude. That fool just likes to fight.
Right.
But originally he was the villain.
He was the villain.
He was a nuclear bomb goes off.
Right.
Godzilla comes out of the ocean, destroys Tokyo.
And the latest one is the same too. Like it's like one of the first like bad Godzilla in ages.
Really?
It comes out of Japan. Yeah, the new one.
Damn, it sucked.
Was it 0 or -1?
-1.
It wasn't good?
It was good.
Oh,
it's good. No. Like I'm saying that like he's become a villain again.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
I thought you were saying it was a bad movie. I'm like, really? Oh,
it's
damn.
No, it was pretty good.
No, I got good reviews. I want to see it.
That's sick. Hell yeah.
In Irish culture, similar to La Llorona, we have the Banshee, which is, again, you ever heard the expression "screaming like a banshee"?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hear this loud ass scream, and it's the somebody's gonna die or somebody's gonna miscarry a baby. Something like that. So,
you know what? Honestly, man, I understand why people thought witches existed back in the day. The Witch, that was a good fucking movie. But I understand why people thought there was witches back in the day. Because you ever heard not a traditional regular owl, like a horned owl, like hoo hoo, but have you heard a barn owl? They screech.
Oh,
right, yeah.
Like fucking scary, bro. And then they'll just fly around and just scream, and I'm like, dude, that's why people thought there was witches in the fucking night, bro.
And owls is scary too because when they're flying, you don't hear them.
You don't hear them.
They make no noise. They're like stealth bombers. Like they're just like.
Dude, I remember one time I didn't hear the owl. I just heard the mouse getting picked up. Yeah.
Oh, crap.
I was outside. I was just chilling on my balcony, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't hear anything. And then I just hear a rat, just like, oh shit.
Oh, that's
Damn.
scary.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, it was
man.
crazy.
Yeah, silent assassin.
Silent
Yeah.
assassins.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned witchcraft. Yeah, that used to spook the hell out of me too. I mean, it's still I don't know, but yeah, because we grew up in the '80s. We talked about this before, the Satanic Panic and all
Oh
that.
yeah.
Right.
You know, seances. And,
Okay. Can we play a game real quick? Can we
Yeah,
do
yeah, sure.
something? We'll go through different decades, and you tell me what you think, like the genre, or what was the big genre. 'Cause
Got you.
For a while, like let's say 70s. What's the first thing you think of? Like-
Exorcist.
right. Yeah. Satanic
right.
Panic.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you know,
Demons,
church.
demonic possession,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Rosemary's Baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now let's go to the 80s. What's
Slasher.
Slasher. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
And then 90s.
Scream.
Yep.
Jump cuts. Or jump
Yeah,
sca-
yeah,
jump
jump
scares,
scare,
jump
jump scare.
scares,
Yep,
jump
yep.
scares. Wow,
Musical.
we're good at this.
And then 2000s. Just back to the 80s, bro. Slasher.
Reboots.
Yep. Reboots.
Halloween came back.
And then 2010 came out, and then like Paranormal
Sinister,
Activity dropped.
Conjuring.
Mm.
And now we're
Insidious.
back to the 70s, bro.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see it in the vibe of all the horror flicks now. Like we were talking about Midsummer, like that's
Yeah.
very like groovy. Like they take fucking. There's like a scene where they're tripping and shit. Like it's real.
That,
Right.
The more things change,
Yeah,
the more
yeah.
they stay the same, baby.
if you're doing drugs in a horror movie in the 70s, 80s, you're dying.
dead. Yeah,
you're
yeah.
dying.
everyone who took a drink died.
You're getting a pitchfork through the spine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
or having premarital sex.
yeah. Oh, dead.
You're dead.
Dead.
You're gonna die.
That was awesome when you got to see them boobies for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, ah.
Oh, that bitch is dead.
Yeah.
Those some
Drug-
dead titties right there.
Any delinquent act
Mhm.
is a form of suicide in the
Yeah.
slasher film.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
the funniest horror film ever? Reefer Madness. Dun dun dun.
Oh, I'm going insane.
Going crazy.
Actually, Lou, I want you to take it. Summer camp. Can you please summarize summer camp?
Summer camp, like as in, like what do you mean?
The movie.
I never seen summer camp.
Sleepaway camp. What was it called? Oh, I don't know. It's the funniest thing, and it turns out, which is kind of the killer is like a transgender dude or something. You guys never saw this movie?
What is it called?
I think it's called Sleepaway.
Was this
Camp.
on Tubi or something?
No, it's
Some random shit.
Ah,
I just watched last night.
no, it's from the early '80s.
Okay,
Just,
gotcha.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but funniest horror movie. I was gonna go
Like
with the-
campiest or like actually like funny, like meant to be funny.
Um,
'Cause there's a huge
Like,
difference there.
yeah,
right?
I guess. But what's
It's
the
like
one
you-
that like you could not take serious? It was just
Oh,
like
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But they were trying to be serious with it though.
Yeah. But you can't. It was just too hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Mm.
kill them by popping their nose. They're.
And they explode.
I can't believe you guys haven't seen that one. That's hilarious.
What's one that
Mm.
didn't work on you that you were like, this is actually becoming kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have to think. You know what? I actually didn't read. This is a hot take, I think.
All right,
but
let's hear it.
The first Halloween movie, I didn't dig it. It's
Really?
not good. Like,
It
I
was
really didn't
lost
like
to
it.
time.
Yeah, maybe.
I think I was too old when I watched it. By the
Mm.
time I watched it, I was
Ah,
already in
yeah.
the 20s. So like, I'm like,
Yeah, if you were 8 years old
Oh.
like me, bro, that shit would have scared
possibly, but it's like, just the entire time I'm thinking like, yeah, just, dude, like, what are you doing, right?
you, dog. Yeah.
Like, how's this scary?
You didn't
Gotcha.
find the kid dressed up as a clown with the butcher knife scary?
Okay, the movie peaked there.
Oh.
It's like, oh shit, that's scary. And then the title rolls like, woo, and like all that. Everything that comes after that, it's like, what are you guys doing?
Damn.
Right? Just escape.
I got one for you guys. Just popped in my mind. 1980s Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Ooh.
And it's-
Christmas?
And he dresses like Santa and he goes around killing people.
We had one. It was called Black Christmas. And it was a fucking like a reverse Santa.
Yeah,
And it was like it was like a serial killing on Christmas.
yeah.
Came out in like 2005.
That Silent Night, Deadly Night. The budget must have been $300. I mean, it's so bad. But it's a cult classic for sure.
They had a fucking Sony Steadicam and shit.
Oh my god! Now I'm getting so many because the video store was the best. If you're out there, if you're my age or whatever, you remember the video. You could just spend hours looking at videotape boxes. There was one I saw we rented. It was called "I Spit on Your Grave."
Ooh,
it was awesome.
Damn,
It's a great
nice.
revenge film.
Nice. Oh,
They
revenge
remade
films
it.
are good.
They remade it. But yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
how are we doing, Lou?
We're doing good. I think our friend here has a horror film of his own.
Yeah.
Are we almost done or like?
Yeah.
yeah.
We
Oh,
were
we
just
are?
about
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna keep going.
Taka,
forever.
tell us tell us what's going on.
So yeah, I actually recently made a horror short film. It's called Canary. It's a psychological horror, very much H.P. Lovecraft inspired.
Okay.
The
Inspired by-
Necronomicon.
Yeah, movies like Alien, Jaws, some of my favorite horror movies out there. It's basically about the group of high school kids trapped in a cabin in the woods, surrounded by these giant spider-like monsters.
Sick.
So
Alright.
it's an 18-minute horror, and it's actually going to screen at a Golden State Film Festival on Tuesday. It's February 27th at 9:30 p.m. If you live in LA area, hit me up. Have my contact info somewhere.
Yeah, we got you
but-
right here. Your name at the bottom.
Yeah, I would like to see you at the screening and let's hang out.
All right.
Awesome,
Canary,
man.
ladies and gentlemen.
Canary.
February 27th, 9:30 p.m. at
Chinese theaters
Chinese Theater.
in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Taka.
Also, thank you for tuning in.
Lou, I
we
got one
appreciate
last
it.
question.
One last question.
It just
Let's
popped
do
in my
it.
head
Let's do
after
it. Let's do
listening
it.
to Taka. Animal horror movie.
Pet
Animal.
Cemetery.
Ooh, the black cat. I thought you were gonna go Jaws.
My favorite.
Animal, I guess
Yeah,
that's
my
close.
favorite is more of an action film. This is so stupid. But Anaconda with Ice Cube.
Yeah,
That is my shit, bro. That was my shit.
I knew you couldn't resist. I knew you couldn't resist. I literally,
That is
I
hilarious.
was like, he's gonna bring it up. He's gonna bring it up.
Anaconda was
What
dope,
is
dude.
it with Latin Americans that love Anaconda? They all my Puerto
It's
Rican friends-
relatable, fool.
All
They're out
my
in the jungle and shit, There's big ass snakes.
Yeah.
It's the worst CGI. It's the way.
Jennifer Lopez is in there for a
Yeah.
little bit,
Ice Cube. They got snakes out here this big. And then you got John Voight doing that awful Brazilian accent.
Fucking hilarious.
I thought he was like French. Or
Might as well
something.
just been German. Like, I'm from Buenos Aires.
I'm from Sao Paulo. Oh my god, that is a great one though. God, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
You got an animal horror flick?
Oh my god.
Or
Well,
action?
you want to talk about comedy? Well, when I was a kid, Piranha. Piranha scared me.
They remade that, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in the 2000s.
But then when I got older, if you want to talk about comedy, Frankenfish. Oh my god. It's like a fish made of other fish.
It's like
All
fish
right, man.
stitched together. Is that what it is? Sharknado.
Fucking electric
Yeah?
eel is what brings them back. Psst, he's alive.
All right.
All
We had a
right.
lot of fun
Well,
with this
yeah,
one.
we gotta wrap it up, everybody. But we appreciate you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like and subscribe and all that other YouTube stuff. If you're listening on Apple, hey, keep listening. We love you. If you want to see shorter, faster, funnier versions of this episode, catch us on Instagram and TikTok at agegap.pod. If you're not watching us on YouTube already, hit us up at Age Gap Podcast. And Taka, where can they find you, man?
Instagram at Taka Tsubota, TakaTSUBOTA.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Taka. Stay tuned, folks. Catch you on the next one.
And if you like the song that's playing right now, it's by Donnie Narco.
Donnie Narco, shout out. Peace.